Hi, I'm Robert Fish. I'm making a series of videos on storytelling. This particular video is going to be about the voice. We're going to cover 6 aspects of the voice in storytelling. Emphasis on key words, emotional coloring, volume, rate, pitch, and the pause. First, let's look at emphasis on key words. All that means is that your voice isn't flat. You emphasize words so that it sounds conversational. Let me give you an example from something I use in my classes. Here's a simple sentence. She gave me a book. But depending on the emphasis, which word you put the emphasis on, it changes the meaning of the sentence. I'll show you how that would be. If we were in a class, I would ask you a series of questions and say that this sentence is the answer to the question. But how you put the emphasis on certain words determines the answer. But you can't do that. I'm going to have to play both roles. So here's how it would go. I would ask you, did your uncle give you a book? And you would say, she gave me a book, not my uncle. And then I would say, did she sell you a book? You'd go, no, she gave me a book. Did she give your brother a book? No, she gave me a book. Did she give you the only book there was? No, she gave me a book. And then finally, I choose a young man in the audience and I say, so did she give you a kiss? And he goes, no, she gave me a book. That's it. That's what it means to put the emphasis on key words in a sentence so that your meaning is clear. Now I'll put this back. So that's emphasis on key words in a sentence. We'll just use the word emphasis for short. The second part is emotional coloring. I like that phrase. All it means is that if the character or the narrator is expressing an emotion, that you, the storyteller, reflect that emotion in your voice. If a narrator or a character is angry, then you should sound angry. If they're afraid, you should sound afraid. Rate and volume, pretty simple. Rate, faster or slower. Volume, higher or lower. Pitch. We don't do much in changing pitch with storytelling, except to suggest characters, which I'll be demonstrating in a little bit. And finally, the pause. Most storytellers don't use the pause near enough. It's a very powerful tool. It's silence. And it's rich. The best way I know to demonstrate these 6 aspects would be to tell you a couple of stories. They're fables by Aesop. So this is the first one, and it's called The Dog and the Rabbit. Once, a dog flushed a rabbit out of the bushes. That rabbit took off, running as fast as it could. The dog ran after it as fast as it could. But no matter how fast that dog ran, he could not catch the rabbit. Finally, winded, the dog stopped and rested to catch his breath. There was a farmer off to the side who had been watching all of this, and he laughed at the dog. Ha ha! So, isn't that interesting? That little bitty animal could run faster than you. The dog stared at the farmer. Keep in mind, he said, it's one thing to run because you want to catch something. It's quite another to run because you want to save your own hide. So that's the first story. I have another story I want to share with you that will illustrate the use of the voice. This one is also a fable. Once there was a soldier in the Roman army. He was young, he was courageous, he was a simple man, and he also watched his pennies. After a few years, he had a small purse of gold coins. But it happened that one day a thief stole his purse. When he realized it was gone, he went berserk with fury. He was so angry that he ran out of his barracks. He ran over to the enemy encampment. He invaded it. He killed some guards, and he ran away with a fortune. When he calmed down, he proudly gave this fortune to his commander. He was made a hero. He was honored, and he was given a reward of more gold coins than he'd ever had in his little purse. Later, the commander decided that he wanted to invade another enemy garrison. So he went to the soldier and asked him to repeat his same adventurous spirit. The soldier thought about it and then said, "You know, it would be better if you found someone who had just lost their purse." So those are some fables to illustrate the use of voice. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in class. Bye.